Hey guys, it is Thursday, and that means it's our long conditioning. So for this week, similar to last week, we have 3 different workouts. Each one has a 12-minute time cap, and then we're going to transition about a minute in between before you transition. So for those of you that are on our Wodify system, I made a note this week that to remember to scale, change, modify the workout as needed. There's a lot of reasons you can do this, and this workout's a perfect example. I'm going to go through a lot of variations. This can be depending if you're really sore from a workout, in class, social distancing needs, like if you're more comfortable staying in your square versus moving to the rig, things like that, all right? So I'll talk about a few different options, and we'll go through each 12-minute workout, all right? So the first one that we have is 3 rounds of 500-meter row and 15 pull-ups, okay? So I won't talk too much about the row, but just a couple quick pointers, because I never really coach this. So come around to the side, and just some things to think about when you're rowing, all right, or the basic things to think about, is that our power comes from our legs and our hips. So we want to really focus on getting a long pull and then finishing with the arms at the chest. Okay, I'm not leaning back super far, but I am leaning back just a little bit. The handle touches the bottom of my chest. Then to reset, arms go first, lean forward, and then come forward. So it's a long drive, finish with the arms. Okay? We don't want to do short pulls back and forth like this. So we're really focusing on the arms. If you notice, the long pull, I take about twice as long to recover. Okay? So again, just a couple things to think about with rowing. If you don't have a rower at home, there is running in the workout later, so a common sub is running, but another cool thing if you've ever seen is sumo deadlift high pulls. So you can set this up, so do like something really light, and if you look at the action, it's still hips into arms, pretty similar, do like 50 really light reps, and that can mimic the row, all right? So this is 3 rounds of rowing and pull-ups, so let's talk about pull-ups. Typically we're going to be doing kipping, all right? So again, scaling depending on if you've been doing pull-ups, grip, shoulder, all that stuff. The most basic, if you have something to do a ring row, okay? You can do strict ring rows. Okay, from you can make this easier, changing the angle, okay? If you have a band and a bar, let's go to this one. Let's say you can do kipping pull-ups, but you want to focus on strength. Give yourself a band and try to do fast, strict pull-ups, okay? Check this out. At the bottom, I make sure my shoulders open. Okay? And so maybe you're used to doing kipping, but again, your hands are a little soft right now, or your shoulders are a little achy. You just want to get stronger. Grab a band and do strict pull-ups, okay? You can also do less reps at 15 pull-ups. You're learning kipping is hard, maybe 10 reps around, something like that. All good options, okay? So that's the first workout. We're gonna rest around a minute. I say around because as we reset the room, make sure everyone is set up for the next portion. We're gonna go into 3 rounds of 20 grasshoppers, 15 Russian kettlebell swings, and 10 dips. The dips can be on rings or on a bench. Okay, so grasshoppers is a classic one from home. Is a plank position. For today's workout, left, right equals 1 rep. So left, right is 1. You're gonna have to do 20, okay? I always talk about make sure you keep the weight over your wrists. There's a moment when both of your feet are off the ground. Okay, so you really need to make sure the weight is forward. If you don't have the mobility or it's hard for you to actually touch your forearm, just try to get close and keep that rhythm, okay? From there, we've got the Russian kettlebell swing. So the Russian swing is a great way to try a slightly heavier kettlebell than you do normally. It's also a great scale if you have any overhead shoulder issues. But main thing is keeping the chest tall, loading the hips, squeezing the butt. Okay, it's coming just to eye level. And again, if you notice my arms are not perfectly straight, all right, because the kettlebell is actually loose. Okay, I'm popping my hips. Okay, keeping my back nice and tight, hinging, squeezing as I come through is where the power comes from. There's only a little bit of arms as you guide the weight up, but if you're feeling okay, again, try a weight that maybe is a little bit heavier than you do normally. And just have fun with that one. The next one is the dips. So, the bench dip is a classic scale. Okay, this one's easier. You can do it in your box or at home if you need. Feet flat on the floor is the easier variation. Notice I get a good range of motion. My elbows stay in. Okay, on the bench, you go straight legs. That's more challenging. Okay, again, elbows in. Good range of motion. Okay, from here, going to the rings. If you have a band on the rings, you can place your hand over. I like to put my foot in the band because this gives me tension through the full range of motion at the top, okay? At the bottom, ideally my bicep touches the ring, then I get a good lockout at the top, okay? Kipping is allowed with the ring dips as well. Just again, make sure that you get good range of motion and get a good lockout, good full range of motion at the bottom. All right, so that's our second workout. We're gonna transition. Then the final one, classic combo, is gonna be 800-meter run, come back to 50 goblet squats, and then another 800-meter run. So you should have a kettlebell out already for the previous workout with the Russian swings. Ideally use the same weight. This is really up to you how you wanna challenge yourself. You go heavy, it's gonna be significantly harder, but you might have to take breaks. If you go lighter, might be lighter, but you might be able to do a big, maybe 50 unbroken, something like that. But you're gonna have a run on either end. If 800 meters is long for you, scale that down. Maybe do 600 or 400. The goal here, again, as usual, is intensity. Challenge yourself. 50 goblet squats, nothing fancy there. Goblet squat is just holding a weight at your chest. You can use a dumbbell as well. Full squat, stand up, squeeze your butt. Get good range of motion, okay? This is the third and final workout, so you're probably gonna be pretty tired at that point. So rest as needed, and then finish hard on the run. That's it for the day. Each one of those 12 minutes. If the class is busy, you can split it up, but have fun. See you tomorrow.